Thank you. Successfully conquered those stairs. Last time I tripped and landed face plant on the center of the stage.
What was it like to be a part of the Pirates franchise?
Miraculous. It was wonderful. You know, I followed the first 3 movies throughout my teenagehood, and it had been something that really inspired me as a kid in terms of just opening up my imagination and accessing that magical child, that playful, creative kid that society sometimes tells us to close up. And so those movies were definitely contributing to me grabbing a stick and pretending to whack my brother at the time. So it was a dream come true to be a part of it, really. It's a work in progress, man. I've been doing it for 7 years. Every time I move to Hollywood, I get a movie back in Australia. And, well, I moved just before Pirates was to be shot, and I found out in shooting literally 20 minutes down from my house. So then again, I moved back home to do Pirates. So I'm working on it.
What was your reaction the first time you saw Johnny Depp before Jack Sparrow did that? And you had to act against that?
I was wondering if there's anything new to his costume. He's got so many little things that mean everything that he has on his body means something to him, personally or as a character choice for the films. And so I was looking at it, going, is there any little piece or a little clue that he's bringing to number 5 that's a little introduction to something fresh?
Can you talk a little bit about the character without spoiling it? Because your character, I don't want to say, but can you talk a little bit about your character without spoiling it?
Yes, I can.
Or maybe you want to spoil it.
So he gets eaten by sharks in the 3rd act, and that's about it. He doesn't, actually, it's a lie. I play a character called Henry, and at the beginning of the film we see him as a soldier in the Royal Navy, and he basically is searching for a treasure belonging to a supernatural and mythological time or theme. And none of his superiors believe in what he says. And so he's thrown in jail and eventually released by Karina Smythe, who's played by Pius Scodelario, who also shares an understanding of that culture and those beliefs. And so together they form an alliance and decide to partner up and go on the journey.
Brenton here.
How scary is Brenton in real life?
In real life, he's not very scary. He's the sweetest man in the world. But as Captain Salazar, he's very scary. All credit to his makeup artist, really. He looked great. He looked the part, which for an actor is quite rare in my experience, having done Maleficent and Gods of Egypt and parts of The Giver, I guess. There's a CGI element that doesn't really allow you to work with your fellow actor. And I was always frustrated by this. But in Pirates and with Javier, they spent the time and the money to create and make up what he would really look like. And so, that allowed me to react off the real thing, which is cool.
I'm sorry.
Your father, right? Yeah. It's what he strange occurred to your father coming back, and I was wondering what's your relationship with your own father in this film?
Well, I'm constantly trying to get my father to come to life. So it's very similar. No, I'm not. Talking about my own father and our relationship, I guess is a little touchy, maybe more touchy than I would care to share. However, I think the undercurrent theme of this film, and for me personally in this journey, has been basically just connecting young males with their fathers. You know, it's sadly it's something that I think will take a long time to do.
What's your favorite one-set moment?
Connecting with my father.
Is your brother an actor too?
No, he's not. No, he's not. He's an environmental scientist. He has a brain. I do a lot of my own stunts, yes. Did I hurt myself? No.
Talking about brains, I mean, your character is very scholarly. Kaya's character is stronger and whatnot. Brain power is not often found in action movies. What was it like doing that?
I can't tell you, man. You know what? It was cool to have characters that were aspiring to find something that they had been told didn't exist for years and years. It was great to have a character to play that had an objective that was strong and sure and relentless in a way, which is kind of it's a small parallel for acting. Which is, you know, people tell us that we shouldn't do it. It's silly, childish, immature, and it's almost an aggressive pursuit to be an actor and to continue to pursue this with as much rejection as we have. So I guess it's a minor parallel, but nonetheless very effective.
Brenton,
Yes, ma'am.
yes. This is the first time we actually see the big movie. So can you please tell us a little bit about your humble beginnings? When you first started? How did you find out that you wanted to do that?
Well, I grew up in a place far, far away called Australia. In far north Queensland, in a place called Cairns, which is pretty much a diving town, tourist town. A lot of tourists go there to see the mountains, the tropics and the reef. And from an early age, I guess I was exposed to people from all over the world, from different parts, different accents, different cultures. And I was intrigued by this. I just loved travel right from a young age before I wanted to act or pursue my dreams in theatre or film. And I guess when I was 16 and I was playing around with plays, and I joined a theatre company, and after that I got into acting school, and I started to develop a love for acting. They really merged, and it made sense that I would travel for the rest of my life and be an actor. And so I guess it was two things. My love for film. I would watch hundreds of movies in my childhood. My mother was a crazy film watcher, and she would bring me along and educate me on all kinds of film. And I love to travel. So I guess those two things.
What was your favorite movie when you were there? What was your favorite movie when you were there? What was
You know what? It inspired me. I have to say The Phantom is a great movie that I watched when I was a kid. I got the rings. And punch my brother in the face with the ring and try to leave him with the Phantom.
Slam Evil.
I was inspired by movies like Romeo and Juliet and Good Will Hunting, The Titanic, Dante's Peak, Touching the Void, adventure movies that, what was that great one? Iron Will was a great one. I mean, as a kid I was in acting school, and from about 15 to 20, Heath Ledger was my number one guy. I watched all of his movies. I loved him as a guy. He was a young kid that was making waves over in Hollywood, and that was my dream. And so, as the one young guy doing it, I love Hugh Jackman. I really do. I've watched all of his movies, and I'm a huge fan. I love Russell Crowe as well. I've met Hugh Jackman once before. He's a great guy. You're a great guy, Hugh.
What's your
He
ideal
was here
role?
this morning.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh. Is he gambling in the back?
Brenton, Brenton,
Kenny? Oh, that'd be awesome. What's next? After today, I fly back to Europe to finish a movie called Ghosts of War, which is a supernatural psychological thriller set in World War II from Eric Bress, the writer and director of The Butterfly Effect. So that's number
you
two.
work on two big Disney films. Is there a Disney way of making movies? So was there anything different in your experience between the two films?
They were very different in terms of my involvement in the specific projects. In Maleficent, I played a minor supporting role, which was wonderful to introduce me to the world of studio movies. In Pirates, my character was a little bit more involved, and so I was on the set every day. And so in terms of work, it was a little different. But in terms of how the movies are made and the push behind them, and the worldwide stretch that Disney has, these are movies that really are shown all over the world. So my dream of being an actor on the world stage has come true with these two movies.
Brendan,
It's great, you know, these guys, Espen Sandberg and Joachim Roman, have worked together for many years, and they formed a pretty tight-knit relationship. One focusing on a certain aspect of behind the scenes and CGI, and the other focusing a little bit more on storylines and performance. But throughout the film, they would merge and work in a rhythm, kind of like music. There was no set rules for the guys. You know, there started to be at the start, and it would chop and change due to the nature of movie making, I guess. But you know, I didn't mind it. You know, the movie is huge. It's the biggest movie I've ever worked on. So many components, moving parts. Weather, you know, it's just a million different things to think about. So I think it's an advantage, I think, to directors. Yes.
Brenton, now that you finished with Pirates, what is the one role that you would love to play one day?
You know, I'd love to play Orlando Bloom's son in a movie. maybe The Hobbit 7 or something. My dream has always been to play Hamlet on stage. So, excuse me. The dream's done. That's all. One day I want to play Hamlet on stage. Thank you.
Last question.
Yes, ma'am.
I have to tell you something. When I saw this movie, I saw you, it came to mind right away that you had this that face. You can read the next breath. How that are you for the face actor?
I'm sorry, repeat that last
How
bit.
ready are you for the face actor? Because you absolutely gotta be the most famous actor probably there is.
Funny you say that. I was looking forward to doing a movie with Brad Pitt to play his son recently, and unfortunately it fell through. I know we shouldn't talk about those things, but I thought I'd bring it up just because it's kind of serendipitous. You know, to be honest, I'm not ready for fame. I don't think anyone is ready for it. I think it's just something that I know it's, you know, if I'm lucky enough, it can be a part of my life. You know, it can lead to me creating great stories that hopefully will inspire the world. And you know, that statement is huge, but with fame, things like that are possible. Personal life aside, you know, safety and security for my family, I think you know, that's a different thought. It gets scary when you think of that stuff. But I think, you know, having a great team around you and continuing to work on challenging projects is the goal. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations.